For this video, we're going to be covering pages 48 to 60. Now we're starting to deal with the grand staff. We know that the grand staff is the treble clef right hand plus the bass clef left hand, and then it's connected by a brace. This is the special staff for piano. Okay? So for this song, we're just practicing our warm-up in C position, but now we're reading on the grand staff. Left hand first. 1, 2, ready, go. Ready for right hand. When you're holding those whole notes, you can silently think to yourself, count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure you're holding those whole notes for all 4 beats. On page 50, we have Row, Row, Row Your Boat, which is sort of like the song you're used to singing. It's a little different in the left hand. We're starting with the right one. 1, 2, ready, go. Ready for left one. Repeat. Song. This one's a little more tricky. We have more left and right hand switches. Also lots of direction change, so be careful. For example, in this first phrase, we don't play the pinky. In this phrase, we do not play our pinky or our thumb. So as you're looking at the pattern, think, okay, not only what fingers am I supposed to play, but also what fingers am I not playing? Happy song, 1, 2, ready, go. Right, 2, 3, left 1, right 3, left 1, 1, 2, repeat, and. Now we have one of the most important skills to really focus on, legato, playing smooth. Now, legato is a word that we've used in our music classes before, but when you actually have to play legato, it's much more important and you have to take some time with it. The issue here is that we need to do essentially what's called a seesaw, which is why the song is called Seesaw. So normally we've been playing one note at a time, play and lift. And there's nothing wrong with that. But if we see the slur mark, we need to connect them. And how we connect them is we kind of transition and roll from one note to the next, kind of like a seesaw. The effect is that the piano is always making sound. So we look at legato playing. I leave my thumb down until the very moment that my next finger is going to play. I know that I did it right if the piano is always making sound. Let's listen and see if you can tell when I mess up. So just listening, you can kind of tell, oh, I lifted too early and then the piano stopped making sound. We want to avoid that if we're supposed to be playing legato. Here is Seesaw, starting with right 2. It's a quite slow song. We're really just practicing that rocking back and forth, getting that seesaw motion. 1, 2, ready, go. Left 2. Repeat. On 53, biking, when you do all the instructions, you will have written slurs on all of these phrases. So you'll have to kind of imagine that I've done that. So everything's legato, starting with left 5. Making sure I'm hearing that connection. Faster. Gradually slower. Repeat. Faster. Gradually slower. All right. You in your music class have probably sung do, re, or you've talked about whole steps and half steps. In piano and in other parts of music theory, we call these seconds. The second just means the adjacent key. If adjacent has been one of your vocab words, you know adjacent means next door. So if the key is right next door, that's a second. You'll notice here we have lots of repeated notes, and then we're worrying about a slur going up or down a second. 1, 2, ready, go. Left hand. You'll notice with the slur, especially a 2-note slur, I often think long, short, long, short. So I want to encourage myself to really connect the slurred note and then kind of pop off the unslurred note. Long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short, like that. 56, gliding, same thing. So not only are we dealing with the rhythm and the notes and the fingers, but now we're also worrying about, as I say, the how of, so we have the what, where, when, pretty well solid now, right? But now we have to deal with this, how am I playing it? Am I playing it long? Am I playing it short, legato, or separated? 1, 2, ready, go. Ready for left hand. So again, I might think while I'm playing, I could even say long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short, long, 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 if that helps me. Next, 57, balloons. You'll notice every single note is slurred, and then we have a special slur that we call a tie. And we can see the tie because the note has not changed. If the notes are changing and we see the slur, we know to play them legato, smoothly connected. If we see the slur marking and the note hasn't changed, we're adding the two together. So this note is 3 and this note is 3. This whole tie is now 6. 1, 2, 3, ready, and go. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, repeat. 6. Two things about this. If you have kind of a cheaper keyboard, your 6-beat note will probably die out before we get to beat 6. That's okay. Continue to count it. Also, you'll notice we're really working the middle of the fingers, okay? The middle of the hand. So keep that in mind. That's a good practice for that. Okay, calendar song. So we have repeated notes and slurs. 1, 2, ready, go. Repeat. And the last song for this video, it's been kind of a longer video, but we're covering a lot of ground. Now we have a third, which is essentially our skip. So if you're used to going do, mi, re, fa, those would be examples of skips or thirds, okay? So now we just have to be very careful when we're reading our music. Are we playing a second, a next door note, or are we playing a third, a skip? And the way we see these are, if we see line, line, we know, oh, I've had to skip that space. If we see space, space, oh, I've had to skip that line note. And that's generally how we quickly see whether it's going to be a second or third. The hardest measure by far is this fourth measure. You're going to want to spend a lot of time here, not only for the fingering, but also because we have these 2-note slurs with skips. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. So I might just isolate this. Let's play it once without the slurs. 2 more times. Now I'm thinking long, short, long, short. And that might take 3 or 4 times. Same thing here in the left hand. This is a bit tricky. We have this short note in the middle. And I might just do that much.